Hey traders, welcome to today's update video. My name is Joseph. So we're going to go over quickly some of the key things from last night. US CPI surprise coming in at 0.4%. This gave the US dollar a bit of a recovery boost after risk markets were mainly stronger heading into the New York session from the London session. Fed Chair Powell was early this morning. It's seen that he's hinting at a dovish bias at the moment. Lower rates can't ignore the current or future deficits is something that he did discuss, and he was pretty upbeat on the US economy. Now, this sort of threw a bit of a spanner into the works of momentum last night. We saw quite a few fightbacks and some trimmings, and we can just see here on the Aussie. The Aussie was up quite a lot before it came back down and finishing lower. We'll get onto this huge red bar that's come out today in a moment. We can see that the euro as well last night. It also had a bit of a gain, and it ended up in a pretty choppy, basically a nowhere sort of evening, and the pound was quite the same. Gold was pretty strong last night. It did hold its gains. It was basically got going from midway through the Asian session yesterday and really accelerated buying into the London session. So another key news, some news that came out is China's manufacturing and investment growth has hit a 20-year low for the October data. So a lot of people and economists are saying that the trade war is definitely starting to bite. And now we'll move on to today's Australian employment data, which was an absolute shocker. Basically, the market was looking for 16.25 in employment change. The figure they got was negative 19k. Unemployment increased slightly to 5.3% from 5.2%. So we'll just go back to the Aussie because we can see the carnage that basically has set up for the Australian dollar today. We can see this fall here is now a 0.6% drop so far today, and we're trading back into basically lower than levels we saw in October, and we sort of got back to the levels we were seeing, that the first fortnight in October. So it's a big surprise. Traders really have taken strongly to selling the Aussie after that data. And another thing it does really start to bring up is the RBA and interest rates. So we're currently saw that the Reserve Bank of New Zealand held yesterday, but this is some pretty average data coming out, so there could be a lot of speculation now that the RBA is going to cut rates. It was quite interesting. We'll just go over to the ASX200. It was quite interesting when this data was released. We saw a big spike up on the ASX200, and we'll basically be thinking that that was on the same lines that buyers will possibly buying in due to thoughts that there will be future interest rate cuts. So we can see now that some of that move up has started to see some pretty heavy profit taking at the moment, and on the daily we're still seeing that the ASX 200 it bounced off that level today, and we're still seeing a hold around that level. So anything really above this level showing some short-term support. So that's 67.00 to 67.05. And we'll just go back to the Australian dollar. At the moment, this low's been broken, so the downtrend's well and truly underway. It's been a bit of a stark change in what we were looking at the Aussie recently. So we've got a solid trend break here. That was after we were looking for a possible bias to put up a bit of a move here. That's all fallen away with this strong decline. So now we'll be looking for a new counter rally from buyers, and we'll be looking to where that finishes, and then if it starts to fade again, and if we will see a new decline lower from the new counter rally. So if we do see a new medium-term trend develop, we'd be looking for possibly a return 95 pips lower to that 67.5 point. So we'll see what happens after the next counter rally, and if any more clues come out from the RBA. So that's it for now. Hope you have a fantastic trading day, and enjoy the rest of your week.